All of this week we're spending our mornings with the stars, and it's my pleasure this morning to welcome to Illinois the lovely Angie Dickinson. Welcome, Angie.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much.
Angie has been in so many great movies, TV programs. Of course, everybody knows you from Policewoman. Is that what everybody wants to talk about when they come up and see you?
Yeah, mostly Policewoman, Rio Bravo, and Dress to Kill.
Really?
Those are the most frequently mentioned projects that I hear.
Of course, Policewoman was before Charlie's Angels and The Bionic Woman. You really led the way for everybody.
It was wonderful. Yeah, it was really great. I think, was it before Bionic Woman?
Well, yeah, it was.
Or simultaneous, yeah. I'm not sure. But it was a forerunner, certainly, for female cops.
Angie Dickinson is listed by TV Guide as the number 3 sexiest person ever on TV. Number 3, you know who number 1 is? The lousy George Clooney, and I know which one I'd rather be sitting by right now, Angie Dickinson.
Well, we won't argue that point, but it's an honor. It really is, and it was a pretty good show.
We're back with our morning with Angie Dickinson in just a bit.
Thank you.
We are spending our morning with the stars all of this week. Around 1974, 75, 76, I would have been 10, 11, 12 years old. And there was this blonde, gorgeous woman that came on TV. And there was something about the way she walked down the stairs that just stirred something in that little 12-year-old boy. And I told my dad, I said, Dad, one of these days I'm going to meet that woman. And he said, yeah, right, son. And Dad, guess what? Today it finally happened. Angie Dickinson, right next to yours truly.
Great. Well, thank you. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's a good shot, that walking down the stairs.
And they were your legs.
They were my legs. Thank goodness. They held up for 4 years on Policewoman, and they're still walking.
Angie, you're still very accessible to your fans. They love meeting you, and you've loved meeting them all of these years. Tell us what you get out of it.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Well, when warmth feeds warmth, and I'm here to welcome them, and they're so loving towards me. How can I not blossom under it, I'm very, very honored, and I've always been a kind of a hands-on person, so I'm approachable.
You very, very much are. Angie Dickinson will spend more of our morning with her in just a bit. We've been spending our morning with Angie Dickinson, and Angie has hung out with John F. Kennedy, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Johnny Carson, and you never wrote a book.
There are just some things you don't write about, but I hope to write a book.
Do you really?
I hope so. I hope I live that long.
That book. If anybody ever had to write a book, it should be you.
I wish Frank Sinatra and John Wayne had written their books. That would have been fascinating. But if I'm not surprised by the old surprise of death, then I will write a book.
We'll look forward to it. Angie, you were in so many movies, of course, Policewoman, everybody knows you from. Where I fell in love with you was when you were just yourself on the Johnny Carson show. You were just Angie, and there was something about it that came through that I just fell in love with.
Well, thank you. That's, Johnny, I was crazy about him, which was obvious, and we got along so well. But that was the one show where I could be totally myself. The others are actually acting and characters similar to myself, but not necessarily total. But I'm glad you like them.
Angie Dickinson, it has been my honor to spend my morning with her. Hopefully you've enjoyed as much as we have. Thank you so much,
Thank
Angie.
you, Scott. Thank you so much. Bye, people.
Having the time of our life.